now in North America and around the world, farmers are changing the way that they're producing food in ways that could really help the human race as well as the environment and the planet.
We don't think of ourselves as trailblazers. We are not. We're rediscovering 100,000-year-old methodology here that we've lost in the past century. When I went to a soil health conference and discovered that the practices we were doing already had a name and other people were already doing them, it was called regenerative agriculture. It was quite entertaining to me.
He is installing all of the 5 soil health principles in his cropping. So basically what he is doing is he's farming more with nature, the way nature intended.
They're often doing things that science says can't happen because science has been done within agriculture on very narrow, myopic systems, silos that have reduced our ability to understand the system. The 1,000 Farms initiative is functioning on different levels. It has different sets of audiences. On one hand, we have to reinforce what the farmers themselves are doing on the land. On another level, though, we have to communicate this with the scientific community, with policymakers, and they require hard data that they can use to design policies and make accurate predictions on the impact of sustainability programs on the land.
So at this point in time, his research I think is very valuable. We're still looking for other things to do to make it better now. And we're realizing that even when it gets better, is that good enough? But we still don't have all the pieces put together. 30 years ago, soil scientists knew everything there was to know about soil. We now admit that 30 years ago, we hardly knew anything. Soil was just a sponge back in those days. You know, put some in, take some out, just make sure you put as much in as you take out. It's all you have to worry about, right? And so now we know that soil is living, which is a huge step.
What community-intensive science, relationship-intensive science does is it acknowledges and it empowers the farmers. It acknowledges that they are the experts of their systems and that what they're showing us is true. And science is meant to reinforce what that is, to document it, to explain it, to help scale it, to transfer it. But it's not meant to replace the farmer in this equation.
I view that relationship as extremely important. These farmers are doing something out of the norm. And so bringing in the science part to back them up is huge. It makes them more hopeful. They feel like they have buy-in from other people, and it just makes it go that much farther.
We've come to the realization that as farmers, we're contributing to a food that does not have the nutritional package that it should. So how does that affect the population? How does that affect people? I think it affects so many things that we don't even know what they all are.
We now understand that the soil is inherent in both planetary health as well as human health. The nutrition that comes off of a farmer's field is directly related to his soil health practices, as is things as broad as climate change and pollution reduction and all of these things that seem to be hitting us on a planetary scale. So the linkage there is really profound. We have an opportunity to solve so many problems with something that makes farmers more resilient.
You can make a difference in climate, you can make a difference in food, you can make a difference in human health, and you can just put it all together.
We need to be able to design policies that can help to reinforce some of these observations that we're seeing and what the farmers are teaching us out there. The only way you get that is with scientific data. And so we really need that right now desperately. But it has to be done correctly. It has to be done from a systems perspective. It has to be done with relationships in mind, with the end users in mind.
So can we recover the nutritional quality that we would have had in nature, or let's say more than 100 years ago? I think so. I'm convinced we can. They're already testing that. They already can quantify that data. Now, how good can it get? That's still the remaining unanswered question.